14, Joaquin Lopez.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Real Sports Live. I'm Mark Molina, and we are here in Odem for a very
Number
special
12,
broadcast
Ethan
between the
Ortiz.
Odem Owls, the hosting team, and the Orange Grove Bulldogs. First, we're going to have the starting lineup
Number
for the
9,
teams.
Caden Schroeder.
Let's start. We're already a little bit in there with the Orange Grove Bulldogs, so we're going to start with
Number 8,
number
Marshall
2,
Saha.
Gabriel Moreno. Number 5, Tyler Barr. Number 11, Preston Wright. Number 4, Leighton Rodriguez.
Number 7,
Number 18, Joe De
Jacob
Los
Richardson.
Santos. Number 14,
And
Joaquin
the
Lopez.
subs for the
Number 12,
Bulldogs.
Ethan
Number 3,
Ortiz.
Ethan Acosta.
Number 9, Caden
Number
Schroeder.
6, AJ
Number
Garcia.
8,
And
Marshall
number 16, Isaiah Botega.
Saha. Those are the starting lineups for the Orange Grove Bulldogs. And then now we're going to get over to the hosting Odem Owls.
And now, starting lineup for the Odem Owls. Number 4, Kyle Castaneda.
Starting with the Odem Owls, number 4, Kyle Castaneda.
Number 8, Jacob Luna.
Batting second, going to be Jacob Luna.
Number 7, Marcus Martinez.
Number 7, Marcus Martinez. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry we lost
And
you there.
Number 3, Josh Chavita.
We're going to go with the Odem Owls. It's batting first, Kyle Castaneda, number
Subs for the
4,
Owls, number 5,
followed by number
Tyler
8, Jacob
Brewer.
Luna, followed by number
6,
7, Marcus
Kobe
Martinez.
Emerson.
Batting fourth,
Number
Roy
14,
Bettis.
Austin
Number
Dominguez.
1, batting fifth, number 25,
15,
Elijah
Jesse
Pizana.
Slickford.
Batting
And
sixth, number 10,
33,
Marco
Adrian
Gonzalez.
Martinez.
Batting seventh, number 20, Daniel Lopez. Batting eighth, number 12, Matt Hernandez. And batting ninth, number 3, Josh Chavira.
At this time, would everyone please stand and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem?
And we're going to have the national anthem coming up next. And then we're going to come back and we're going to have a pregame ceremony for the 1984 state championship team for the Odem Owls. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight is
We
a very
mentioned
special evening for Odem
They are
High
honoring
School
the
and entire
1984
community.
Odem Owls baseball
On
team,
behalf of
Class
Owl
3A
Baseball, we
state
are here to
champions.
recognize and celebrate the achievements of the only state champions in school history, the 1984 Odem Owl baseball team.
The 1984 Odem Owl baseball team are the only state champions in school
Always
history.
the bridesmaid, never the bride was a saying that followed the Odem Owls baseball team after the 1982 and 1983 baseball seasons. The Odem Sluggers under head coach Bill Davenport and assistant coach Hector Flores set out in 1984 to prove the saying wrong. After a slow start to the season, the Owls quietly set their priorities, took aim at their goals, and started to work at eliminating opposing teams one by one. The district race was a real dogfight, but when the dust cleared, the Odem Owls were District 33A champs with a record of 8-2. Going into the playoffs, they had an overall record of 18-6. The playoffs started with the Owls defeating Goliad 11-4 for the by-district crown. Following by-district, the Owls were hailed area champs by defeating Sherryland 2-1 in a close game. The Owls continued their winning ways and earned a regional championship by defeating Sweeney 11-1. In Victoria at Riverside Stadium, the Odem Owls earned a trip to the state tournament with a quarterfinal victory over the defending state champion Kennedy Lions. The Odem Owls baseball team, a team classified as underdogs, too small, and not good enough to be at the state tournament, left for Austin with one goal in mind: winning the Class 3A state championship. In the semifinals game, the Owls proved that they deserved to be there with an emotional victory over Linden Kildare 6-4. Playing before hundreds of fans at Dish Falk Field in Austin, Texas, on June 9th, 1984, the Odem Owls defeated Fort Worth Lake Worth 13-8 to become the Class 3A state baseball champions. In the championship game, the Owls set 3 state 3A records. Most runs in a game at 13, most runs in an inning at 7, and David Garcia broke the individual record for most consecutive hits at 4. Making the all-tournament team were David Garcia as pitcher and third baseman, Jerry Adamez at second base, Victor Nino at catcher, Marlon Jordan center field, and Miguel Gutierrez at right field. After a record-breaking season that was dedicated to injured second baseman David Maldonado and the late superintendent Rodolfo Gonzalez, the Owls returned to Odem as state champs. Let's give this group of state champions a round of applause. At this time, we will present all players, coaches, and others associated with the state championship team a plaque to commemorate this magical season. The plaques were made by current students in Mr. Omar Almaguer's Principles of Construction classes and painted by Ms. Nicole Nakamura's art classes before being laser engraved and personalized for each member of the baseball program. Presenting the plaques will be Odem Edroy ISD Superintendent of Schools, Ms. Yolanda Carr, and she will be assisted by Athletic Director Armando Huerta and Head Baseball Coach Jason Pfluger. At this time, we would like to thank Christine Garcia, Jacob Romero, and Francis Villegas for all their work behind the scenes to make tonight special. We will now present the plaques. When your name is called, please walk towards home plate to receive your plaque and take a picture with Mrs. Carr. Number 1, senior infielder, Jeff Adamez. Number 2, senior outfielder, Jerry Adamez. Number 3, senior pitcher, Jerry Valise. Number 5, senior pitcher, Richard Luna. Accepting on behalf of number 7, junior outfielder Joey Lopez, is his son, Joey Lopez Jr. Number 9, junior catcher Victor Nino. Accepting on behalf of number 11, junior pitcher and infielder David Garcia, is his daughter Lorraine Garcia. Number 13, senior infielder David Maldonado. Number 14, senior pitcher and infielder Pete Hernandez. Number 15, junior outfielder Mark Bilford. Accepting on behalf of number 16, sophomore, catcher and infielder John Cass, is his father Joe Cass and his son Braxton Cass. Number 17, senior infielder David Aleman. Accepting on behalf of head coach William Davenport is his son, retired Colonel William E. Davenport II, and his daughter, Patty Simons. Accepting on behalf of assistant coach Hector Flores is his daughter Nicole Flores Martinez. And Superintendent Arturo Almendarez. The following team members were unable to attend tonight's ceremony. Number 4, sophomore pitcher David Smith. Number 6, junior outfielder Marlon Jordan. Number 8, junior catcher, infielder, and outfielder Miguel Gutierrez. Number 10, senior outfielder Rene Cantu. Number 12, senior outfielder Wally Rodriguez. Number 20, freshman infielder Darren Lesmeister. Trainer Brady Gafford. Student manager Juan Santillana. Student manager Andy Pena. and Athletic Director Domingo Rangel Jr. Let's give all these individuals one more round of applause. At this time, let's get all the recipients together for a group picture.
And that was the opening ceremony of this game. The 1984 Odem Owls Class 3A state champions. Overall record 22-6 in 1984. And we're going to be right back with the opening pitch while they reminisce and take a photo, the 1984 team in remembrance here at Odem High School. Orange Grove Odem coming up next, first pitch right after these messages. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
Forever Memories Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for a fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
Sherryland ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the top of the first inning.
Roy Pettis.
Roy Pettis on the mound for the Odem Owls.
Jacob Luna.
As Jacob Luna catching for him. And coming to the plate to get things off here is going to be Gabriel Moreno.
Dave Moreno.
Stepping to the plate here. And here's this first pitch. Comes in on that high outside corner for strike number one. I want to thank everybody who's watching us. Make sure to give this a like and a share. If you're watching it on YouTube especially, ladies and gentlemen, because, and here's Moreno's going to send this one right up for a base hit up the first base line. And a leadoff single by Moreno.
Moreno's ground ball sneaks into right field for a single. Next up to bat, number 5, Tyler Barr.
So here comes Tyler Barr now with a runner on first. As I said, make sure to go share this. Did not go live on Facebook. We have issues like that all the time. But it is live on YouTube and on Twitter, wherever you're seeing it. But please go share it for all your friends who are on Facebook who might be looking for it. So a runner on first now. And that pitch comes in for strike number one. So the throw over to first. And there's a throw to first and the out. So that's going to be out number one there. So one down here. And the count 0-1 here for Barr. So this pitch comes in a little outside. For ball number 1, evens up the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. And that's a swing and a miss. So there's the 1-2 pitch. This one's going to be fouled off. And Barr is going to send this one up foul. And that one's going to go out of play. So the count remains 1-2 here. This pitch comes in. It's going to be called ball 2. So the count now even, 2-2. 1 out, nobody on here for Tyler Barr. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Bettis, and that's going to be strike number 3 as Barr goes down looking. We'll see his delivery here.
Number 2. That'll bring up number 11, Preston Wright.
And this one comes in, getting that low outside corner for strike number 3. So 2 down. And this pitch comes in, going to be called ball number 1. And this pitch comes in on that, hitting that outside for strike number 1. Counting even at 1. Here's the next pitch in for Bettis. This one comes in high, going to be called ball number 2. And again, a piece of this one is right, and he's going to send this one foul. Count going to be even up at 2. 2's all across the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And 2 outs. Nobody on here. And here's the pitch, and Wright going to send this one over to the third baseman, and there's the throw. It's going to be high, and Wright's going to come over. He's going to slide into second on an error. So that's going to put a runner on second now. And it's going to bring another batter in, or to the plate.
Wright makes it safely to second base, puts 1 runner on with 2 out for number 4, Leighton Rodriguez.
And here comes Leighton Rodriguez. With the runner on second, 2 out. And this one back here towards the fence. And the runner's going to come into third safely on a pass ball. And the runner's going to move over into scoring position now. So the count 1-0 here after that first pitch to Leighton Rodriguez. And we're going to call time here. A little bit of a meeting on the mound here. No. So Rodriguez is going to get back into the batter's box, and pitcher catcher still talking it out here for Odem. So runner in scoring position, 2 outs here. The count 1-0. And Rodriguez is going to send this one into right center field for an RBI single.
Rodriguez gets a hit to right center field and brings in 1 run. Next up to bat, number 18, Joe De Los Santos.
So a runner's going to come across, and a runner now on first. And here comes number 18, Joe De Los Santos. That first pitch comes in for a strike. So after 2 down, there was a runner reaching on an error, an RBI single. And De Los Santos hits over to third base, and that's going to cause the force out here at second. So 1 run comes in on 2 hits. There was 1 error, and there was 1 left on base for the Orange Grove Bulldogs in the top of the first inning. Headed to the bottom. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has
Starting pitcher for Orange Grove.
But we have many soldiers, from the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first inning, leading off here, Kyle Castaneda for the Odem Owls, taking on Gabriel Moreno on the mound for the Orange Grove Bulldogs. And this pitch going to come in. It's going to be fouled off, so the count 1-1 here. This pitch comes in, called strike 2. And this one gonna be popped up and a fly out to center field for out number 1.
Castaneda's fly ball to center field is caught for the first out. Now batting number 8, Jacob Luna.
And coming up is going to be Jacob Luna. With 1 out and nobody on here. So the count 1-0 here. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's a pitch. And this one comes in inside, gets past the glove of the catcher. Going to be called ball number 2. And Luna puts this one in play. And here's the throw with a first for the 6-3 putout. And that's not going to be there in time, so the runner's going to get on here.
Luna beats the throw to first base. Up to bat number 7, Marcus Martinez.
So it's not going to be an out here. That's going to throw not going to be in time, so it's going to be a runner on first for the Odem Owls. So up next is going to be the batter of the third spot, Marcus Martinez. And this pitch comes in for a called strike number 1. Throw to first here. Now pitch comes in for ball. So the count 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. One's across the board for Marcus Martinez. And this one comes in high, going to be called ball 2. And this one right up the middle for a base hit for Martinez. And that's going to put 2 runners on now.
Martinez routes one into right center field, puts runners on first and second. Brings up number 1, Roy Perez.
And here comes the pitcher, Roy Perez, now with 2 on and 1 out here for the Odem Owls. This pitch comes in for a ball. And this one could be hit over the short and a throw over the third for the force.
Fielder's choice gets the lead runner at third. Runner still on first and second and brings up number 25, Elijah Pizania.
So 2 down now. Runners on first and second, and here comes Pizana. Elijah Pizana, number 25. Runner on first and second, 2 outs here. Here's pitch from Moreno, and that one going to be put in play, and there's a bad throw, and the runner's going to come in, and the runner's going to slide in at third. So 1 runner comes across to tie things up here.
Pizania gets an RBI hit, puts runners on second and third. Up to bat, number 10, Marco Gonzalez.
So the RBI single and then an error puts runners at second and third, and a runner comes in for Odem. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1. And here at the plate now is Marco Gonzalez. And Gonzalez right to the third baseman. The third baseman loses it, and that's going to be another run coming in.
Gonzalez makes it to first, brings in a run. Runners on the corners. Up to bat, number 20, Daniel Lopez.
So Odem now leads 2-1 after that error at third base, and up to bat now is in the 7th spot, number 20, Daniel Lopez. Now Lopez is going to fly out there to end the inning.
Lopez is thrown out at first.
Well, he's going to ground out here.
Orange Grove 1, Odem 2.
So Odem scores 2 runs on 3 hits. There was 2 errors, and there was 2 left on base for the Owls in the bottom of the first inning. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We're through 1, headed to the top of the second. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
And ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games. Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Leading off on the top of the second is going to be Joaquin Lopez for the Orange Grove Bulldogs. So here's this first pitch, comes in inside for ball number 1. This pitch comes in, called strike number 1. Pitch comes in, called strike 2. 1 ball, it's 2 strikes now. And Lopez is going to send this one out into the center field where he's going to fly out for the first out of the game. Of the inning.
Fly ball to center field is caught for out number 1. Up to bat number 12, Ethan Ortiz.
And coming up is Ethan Ortiz now with 1 down here in the top of the second. And this pitch comes in, called ball 1. Count 1-0 here. 1-0. Count 2-0 now. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the next pitch coming in from Bettis, and getting a piece of it is Ortiz, and this one up and over the protective fencing where we're sitting by. Two balls, 1 strikes. And here's the pitch from Bettis. This one comes in on that high outside corner for strike number 2 to even up the count now at 2-2. And swing and a miss for strike number 3.
Ortiz strikes out for out number 2.
And that's the second out of the inning here.
Up to bat number 9, Caden Schrader.
And here comes number 9, Caden Schrader, with 2 out. Nobody on here in the top of the second inning. Here's the first pitch, comes in kind of low by Bettis. It's going to be called ball 1. And this one going to be fouled off by Schrader. Count it 1-1. And this pitch comes in low and outside. Going to be called ball 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike to count now for Caden Schrader. And here's the pitch, and Schrader up the middle. The shortstop's got it. Makes the throw for the 6-3 putout. And out number 3.
Ground ball to shortstop is thrown to first for the 3rd out.
And nicely done there. Nice play for the shortstop there. And let's take a look at this once again. If you're going to see Schrader makes good contact here. Hits it up, but you see the shortstop able to come up and make the nice throw there for the 6-3 putout. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are through 1.5, 3 up, 3 down here. No runs, no hits, no errors for the Orange Grove Bulldogs in the top of the second inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second inning, leading things off here for the Odem Owls. Matt Hernandez, the 8th batter in the lineup here. So 8-9-1 due up for the Owls here. And that first pitch comes in for ball number 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the next pitch coming in by Moreno. Called inside for ball number 2. So 2 balls, no strikes. And this one hit over to second base. And for the 4-3 ground out here. 4 out number 1.
Hernandez ground ball to second base is fielded for out number 1. Coming up to bat number 3, Josh Chavita.
So Josh Chavita coming up with 1 down here in the inning. We're going to cycle back to the top of the lineup as Castaneda is on deck here after. So here's the pitch, and getting a piece of this one is Chavita. He's going to foul it off for strike number 1. And this pitch comes in low. 4 ball, 1 to even the count up. 1's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. And this one straight up the middle. This one hits the mound and pops up and gets past the second baseman. And that's going to be a single.
Chavita gets a ground ball to center field for a single. That brings up number 4, Kyle Castaneda.
So a runner get put on, and we are cycling back to the top. So a man on first. There's the throw over. So the count 1-0. Here's the pitch, and this one popped up and over the fence for a foul ball. And a throw over to first once again as Moreno trying to keep Josh Chavita honest over there on the first base. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, and a man on first here. And here's the next pitch coming up from Moreno. And Moreno, as Castañeda steps out of the box. Castañeda 0 for 1 here on the night. Fly ball on the first at bat. And this one's going to be popped up. And the second baseman going to try to get under it. And he does for the second out.
Fly ball's caught in shallow right field for out number 2.
So that's 2 down here, and here comes Jacob Luna. Luna 1 for 1 with the single.
Number 8, Jacob Luna.
And there's a throw over to first once again. And this one going to be sent over to third, and there's a throw for the 5-3 putout. For the third out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit. There was no errors. And there was 1 left on base for the Odem Owls in the bottom of the second inning. We are through 2, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third coming up. And due up for the Orange Grove Bulldogs. It's going to be 9-1-2. So keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. We will be back right after this.
Brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third inning, leading things off is going to be Marshall Saha, the 9th batter in the rotation for the Bulldogs. So 9-1-2, it's Saha, Moreno, and Barr due up here for the Bulldogs as Saha's going to foul this one off. Count 0-1. And here's this next pitch, swing and a miss for strike number 2. So 0-2 the count here as Saha falls behind in the count. And this pitch way in the dirt. A little outside. For ball number 1. So 1 ball, 2 strikes now. And this one going to be a single to lead things off here.
Saha gets a single to right field. That'll bring up number 2, Gabe Moreno.
So runner on first. After the leadoff single by Saha. And now up to the plate is number 2, Gabriel Moreno, the leadoff man. And the count 0-1 as that first pitch comes in for a strike. This one going to be fouled off. Count going to move to 0-2.
Foul tip is caught for out number 1.
So that's going to be a foul tip in the first out of the game.
1 man on, 1 out. Up to bat number 5, Tyler Barr.
So up next is Tyler Barr. Barr 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout. Last time up. And this pitch comes in outside, going to be called ball number 1. And Barr going to send this one past the outreach of the shortstop, and he's going to put runners at the corners now as the runner's going to come in and slide at third. So 2 on now, giving way here to Preston Wright.
Barr gets a single to left center field. Puts runners on the corners. Brings up number 11, Preston Wright.
Wright reaching base on last time on an error. So here's the pitch for swing and a miss. And there's a throw to third, not in time. So the count 0-1 here with runners at the corners. And one out for Preston Wright. Has the runner in scoring position. See if we can bring him in here. And here's the pitch. Little high. Swing and a miss for strike number 2. So the count 0-2 now for Wright. This one comes in a little high. So now the count moves to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this one fouled up and over the fence. And the count going to stay even at 2. And swing and a miss for strike number 3 and the second out. So with 2 down, here comes Leighton Rodriguez.
Strikeout for out number 2. Up to bat number 4, Leighton Rodriguez.
Rodriguez, 1 for 1 with an RBI here tonight. And this pitch comes in for called strike number 1. And this pitch called strike 2. So Betta's doing a better job here getting ahead of the count. And that's going to be called strike 3. So runners left stranded. So no runs on 2 hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 left on base for Orange Grove in the top of the 3rd inning. We're through 2.5. We're headed to the bottom now of the inning for the Odem Owls, and due up is going to be 3, 4, 5. Martinez, Perez, Pizana due up for the Owls. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
7, Marcus Martinez.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Due up here to start the bottom of the 3rd inning, Marcus Martinez for the Odem Owls. Pitch comes in for called ball number 1. So 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch coming in from Moreno. And getting a piece of that one is Martinez as he's going to foul it off. Count even at 1 now. And this one up the first base line for a base hit on the bouncer. And a leadoff single here.
Martinez gets a single with a ground ball down the first baseline. Up to bat number 1, Roy Fedez.
So leadoff single puts a runner on first here, and here comes Roy Fedez. A throw over to first. And this one going to be hit into the gap out here to right field for another single, and that's back-to-back singles to start off here.
Pettis gets a single into shallow right field, puts runners on first and second, brings up number 25, Elijah Pizania.
So back-to-back singles for the Odem Owls to start the bottom of the third inning, and bringing up Elijah Pizana, 1 for 1 on the night with an RBI single. And this pitch comes in. The throw over to third is there. And this one up the middle for another base hit. And 1 run's going to come in. And 2 come in. And the 2 RBI single for Pizana.
Pizania gets a 2 RBI single with a ground ball ripped into center field.
And that's going to make it 4-1. So runner on first now. Nobody out. 2 runs have come in. 3 straight hits to start things off. And bringing up now is going to be Marco Gonzalez, who reached on an error the first time he was up. And 50 pitches in is Gabriel Moreno. And this pitch comes in high and inside, getting that inside corner for strike number 1. This one going to come in, called strike, and a throw and an error, and a runner's going to move over to second now. So before that throw by the catcher, pitch came in for strike number 2, so count now 0-2. This pitch coming in outside. And this one going to be popped up and over the fence. 4-ball number, well, it's going to be strike number, actually no, it's just going to be a foul ball. The count already at 1-2, so it's going to stay 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes here for Marco Gonzalez. And this pitch coming in high. 4-ball number 2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out here. Runner at second. For the Odem Owls. And swing and a miss for strike number 3 and the first out of the inning.
Gonzalez goes down swinging.
So here comes Daniel Lopez now. Runner on
Daniel Lopez.
And 1 out here for Lopez. Here's the pitch, and Lopez is going to foul this one off over the gate. And one lucky fan comes up with a souvenir and throws it back in. So the count moves to 0-1. So the count 0-1, and Lopez is going to hit this one into right field, and that's going to bring a runner in. And an RBI double here.
Lopez gets an RBI double into right field.
So that brings in Pizana, and it makes it 5-1. So still 1 out, runner over at second, and coming up to the plate now is going to be Matt Hernandez. And they come out to talk to Moreno. So 5 runs on 7 hits so far given up by Moreno, and the Owls aided by 4 errors on the night. And a 5-1 lead here for the Owls. And coming up to the plate next, it's going to be Matt Hernandez. 0 for 1, ground out 4-3 last time he came up to the plate. That first pitch comes in, nicely put there, a little high, but swing and a miss for strike number 1. And this one comes in outside for strike number 2. So Moreno getting ahead of the count here. Moreno's ready, delivers this pitch. This one comes in, gets past the catcher, and a runner's going to advance. Over to third. So they're going to call Hernandez out. So that's going to be 2 outs here.
Up to bat number 3, Josh Chavita.
And here comes Chavita. 1-for-1 with the single. And this pitch comes in low and outside for ball number 1. So 2 balls, no strikes here. This pitch comes in a little inside. They're going to call that ball number 3. So 3-0 the count here for Chavita. And this pitch comes in, called strike number 1 down the middle. 3 balls, 1 strike now. And this one gonna be fouled off, as that one's gonna bring up a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes for Chavita. And Moreno trying to get this last out, get out of the inning, in which 3 more runs have come in for Odem on a 2 RBI single by Pizana and then an RBI double from Lopez. And this pitch comes in outside, going to put a runner on.
A walk that puts runners on the corners, brings up number 4, Kyle Castaneda.
So runners at first and third after Chavita gets walked. And coming up now, top of the lineup, it's Castaneda. So Castaneda 0 for 2 on the night. Fly out last time he was up to the plate. It is his 3rd at bat. And Castaneda is going to get a piece of this one, and he's going to foul it off. And this pitch comes in high and outside for strike number 1. Or rather strike 2. So count moves to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And this one way outside for ball number 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Castaneda puts it into that center field gap, and that's going to be an RBI single to bring a run in. And the bat throw, and 2 runs are going to come in.
Two more score on Castaneda's double into center field.
So the score balloons to 7-1. 5 runs coming in here in this inning for the Odem Owls. And there's a meeting on the mound here. And so it's 7-1. We have a meeting on the mound. Gabriel Moreno and the Orange Grove defense talking about it a little bit. So while they do that, we'll take a quick break, step away. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back,
Number 8.
ladies and gentlemen. So 2 down, and after a 2 RBI double by Castañeda, runner at second now. That pitch comes in for ball number 1, and here comes Luna. Luna 1 for 2, 5-3 ground out last time he was at the plate. And this pitch comes in on that outside corner for strike number 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, and a runner on second. And this one over to the third baseman who dives for it.
Luna gets an infield hit, puts runners on the corners. Up to bat.
So on that little infield single, that was the 9th hit. And coming up now is going to be Martinez, who led off this inning with the single. Marcus Martinez, 2 for 2, a couple of singles here for him. And this pitch comes in high, going to be called ball 1. And this one going to be fouled off.
Martinez is hit by a
And
pitch.
this is going to be a hit by pitch for Martinez.
Bring up number 1, Roy Perez.
So hit by pitch, going to load the bases, and due up next is Roy Perez. And Roy Perez in this inning was the second batter up, came to the plate with a single, and he has the bases loaded here from now. And he's going to foul this one off. Count 0-1. And this one right up past the glove of the third baseman. And that's going to be a 2 RBI single.
Perez gets a 2 RBI hit. That'll put runners on second and third and bring up number 25, Elijah Pizania.
So the lead up to 9-1 now. Runners at second and third. And that's going to bring up Pizana. And Pizana, 2 for 2 with 3 RBI in this game. And he's got runners served up for him here on second and third. This pitch comes in outside for ball number 1. And this one past the glove of the first baseman, and 1's going to score. And 2's going to score. 2 RBI single.
And Pizzagna gets a 2 RBI single with a hit to right field.
Three for 3, 5 RBI for Pizzagna. Runner at first now with 2 outs. And it's a 10-run lead here, and coming up to bat now is going to be Gonzalez. And Gabriel Moreno's night is done, giving up 11 runs on 11 hits with 5 errors in the field. So 11 runs on 11 hits, and his night is going to be done here. New pitcher coming in for the Orange Grove Bulldogs, and now taking the mound for them is going to be number 4, Leighton Rodriguez. So while he warms up, we'll step away really quick. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
And ISD, a nationally recognized district focusing on quality and rigorous instruction where every child is immersed in a culture of academic success. A district dedicated to preparing our youth for the future. Our mission is to inspire, educate, and empower all students to reach their full potential and become leaders of the highest moral character. Sherryland ISD, excellence is our tradition.
Josh Moody and Coach Rolly Gonzalez of Josh Moody Loans are former Harlingen Cardinals and would like to wish all the teams good luck in tonight's games.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you, Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And he throws it down. Hey! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the 3rd inning. 9 runs coming in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Number 10, Marco Gonzalez.
As the Odem Owls chase Gabriel Moreno from the mound, and in comes Leighton Rodriguez. So runner at second. The 0-1 pitch here. And this one going to be sent up to the shortstop, and the force out here for the 3rd out of the inning.
Gonzalez grounds out to the shortstop for the 3rd out. But not before the Owls hang 9 in the 3rd inning to make the score. Orange Grove 1, Odem 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 9 runs come in on 7 hits. And there were couple of errors. And one left on base here for the Odem Owls in the bottom of the third inning. We're headed to the fourth. We are through 3. Odem with the big lead, 11-1 over Orange Grove. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. We are back after this.
One army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history. There are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
The Harlingen CISD elementary experience looks something like this. Let's see that again. To learn more about the HCISD elementary experience, visit hcisd.org.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the fourth inning here. Odem leading Orange Grove 11-1, put up 9 runs, 7 hits in that bottom of the third inning. And they're being led by the big bat here of Elijah Pizana. 3 for 3 at the plate. With 5 RBI here, and this one's going to be fouled off by the leadoff man, De Los Santos, in this inning for Orange Grove. And this pitch comes in, low and outside for strike number 2. So count 0-2 here. And this pitch comes in high and inside for strike number 3, and De Los Santos goes down looking.
Strikeout for out number 1. That'll bring up number 14, Joaquin Lopez.
So here comes Joaquin Lopez. And that pitch comes in for strike 1. That's 3 straight strikeouts for Roy Pettis. Struck out the last 2 batters coming up to the plate. This pitch comes in for a called ball. One's across the board. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here. Here's the pitch for Pettis. This one comes in low and outside for ball 2. So 3 balls, 1 strike now. And this pitch going to be called ball. So lead off for a walk for Lopez, excuse me. Put a runner on now.
Up to bat number 3, Ethan Acosta.
And Acosta's going to foul this one off right up their baseline. So the count moves to 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. And this pitch comes in outside. Call it ball number 2. So 2 balls, 1 strike here. Throw over the first, not in time. This pitch comes in down the middle a little high, so 3 balls, 1 strike now. And this one right over the glove of the shortstop, and it's going to be a base hit here.
Costa gets a single to center field, puts runners on first and second.
So a walk and a base hit allowed here, and coming up next is going to be Caden Schrader. Schrader 0 for 1 with a 6-3 ground out last time. This pitch comes in for a called ball number 1. And this pitch comes in, swing and a miss for strike number 1. This pitch comes in outside for strike number 2. So the count even at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And this pitch comes in for strike number 3.
Schrader goes down swinging for the second out. Up to bat number 8, Marshall Saha.
So 2 down here with 2 on comes number 8, Marshall Saha. And there's a throw over to first, and they get him at second. Throw over to second, excuse me. Got a little excited there. And that's going to be the 3rd out. And let's look at that replay. Just quick on that throw. And they get him over at second. Just really, really good job at keeping runners on base there. So, with no runs, no hits, or 1 hit, excuse me, there was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for the Orange Grove Bulldogs in the top of the 4th. To the bottom of the 4th we go. Keep it here. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
You in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Come visit our new store in downtown Harlingen. We have furniture, appliances, clothes, collectibles, and more. All funds collected support the Sunny Glen Children's Home. Come see us at Vintage on Jackson at First and Jackson in Harlingen.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles, located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, is filled with vintage items, collectibles, and a selection of vinyl records that's as good as it gets. Every shelf, every aisle, and table is filled daily by a number of vendors that ensures that something here just might be the item you have to have. The vinyl record area helps bring an added atmosphere that makes for the fun trip when stepping back in time with the memories. Forever Memories, Antiques and Collectibles in San Benito.
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After a runner was thrown out at second for the third out for Orange Grove, we are here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And leading off here is Daniel Lopez, number 20. So no balls, 2 strikes here, 0-2. And this pitch comes in the dirt. And it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's a pitch, and Lopez is going to foul this one off. Count's going to stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. So here's the 1-2 pitch coming up. And this one comes in low and outside. Evens up the count at 2 now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. This one comes in high and outside and caught looking is Lopez for strike number 3. And the first out of the inning. In that high inside corner.
Route number 1. Up to bat number 12, Matt Hernandez.
And here comes Hernandez. So 1 out here. Pitch comes in, a little high, going to be called ball number 1. And this one comes in way high. And it's a 2-0 count. 2 balls, no strikes here for Hernandez. And this pitch comes in outside, and it's going to be called a ball. So 3 balls, no strikes. And this pitch comes in for strike number 1 down the middle. So 3 balls, 1 strike now. And that's going to be a walk.
Hernandez draws a walk.
So Hernandez is going to get on base.
Bat number 3, Josh Chavita.
And here comes Chavita. So Chavito was walked last time he was up and sends this one past the glove of the shortstop who can't come up with it. And he can't beat the throw. Nice play there by the shortstop. And just what a play here at short. Let's look at the replay.
Runner advances to second.
And that one over there. And look at the shortstop here. Gets up, makes that throw. And that's not an easy play to make there. So runner moves over on the 6-3 putout. And top of the inning here. I mean the top of the lineup. And here's Castaneda. Castaneda, 2 RBI double last time he was at the plate. They're going to call that strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second base here. And this pitch comes in high. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. And this pitch bounces high, and the runner's going to advance to third. So deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. So here's a pitch. This one comes in inside for called number 3 strike. For the third out of the inning. So no runs on no hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 left on base for the Odem Owls in the bottom of the 4th. We are through 4, and the Orange Grove Bulldogs 3 outs away from defeat here. They need to put up at least a run coming up here in the top of the 5th inning. Keep it here, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live. Back after this.
Since COVID-19 hit, we saw that there was quite a decrease in our sales. We had heard from another business that EDC was helping people with grants, and so we decided to give it a shot, and we were accepted. I would encourage you to contact the EDC and see if you qualify for one of these grants.
America has one army, but we have many soldiers. From the infantrymen and women who guard our nation, to the photographers that document our history, there are over 150 paths to service. Which path will you take?
And he throws it down. Oh! See you later, touchdown.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are Real Sports Live, and we are in the top of the 5th inning. Odem leading Orange Grove 11-1 here, and we are going to lead things off here. Coming to bat for Orange Grove is going to be the top of the lineup, so Moreno.
Leading off top of the 5th inning for the Bulldogs, number 8, Marshall Saha.
So it's going to be Saha. He was on base at the plate last time when the runner got thrown out at second. So Saha, here's a 5-3 out, and that's the 6-3 put out there. And that's out number 1.
Saha's thrown out at first base, route number 1.
So now we're up to the top of the lineup. Here comes Moreno. Moreno. So they're going to confirm that out. So 1 down here.
Bat with 1 out. Number 2, Gabe Moreno.
And here comes Gabe Moreno. And we're going to get time called. So Moreno, 1 for 2. This pitch comes in for a ball. And Moreno hits this one deep, 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 and he's going to be a fly out for out number 2.
Fly ball center field. Caught for out number 2.
So 2 down here.
Number 16, Isaiah Boteo.
So here comes Isaiah Boteo. 2 down here. And the top of the 5th inning. So Orange Grove down to its final out. They need a run to come across here to extend this game as they face a 10-run deficit. This pitch comes in. Low and outside for ball number 1. And this pitch comes in down the middle, called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike here. And this pitch going to be tipped off. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. And here's this pitch. This one comes in high and inside. Going to be called ball 2. And this pitch comes in swing and a miss for strike number 3. So 3 up, 3 down, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base for the Orange Grove Bulldogs, and that's going to do it. We are done here. Odem 11, Orange Grove 1, and Odem led by Elijah Bizana. 1, 2, 3 at-bats for him, 3 for 3 with 5 RBI for Pizana, so he's going to be our player of the game. Look out for that photo after. So I want to appreciate everybody and thank everybody for joining us. That's going to do it here. Go follow us on all our social media accounts, wherever you do social media. It's at Real Sports Live, RIO Sports Live, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, wherever you guys do social media, you can find us here. And that's going to do it here, 11-1. And I want to thank the Odem Owls for having us on this special occasion. It was a big night for them and their school district. So thank you guys for having us and helping us get this broadcast off the ground. So I'm Mark Molina, the final here, Odem 11, Orange Grove 1.